Hi guys, today I'm going to be doing a review of the card game By the Vote. Now the object of the game is you're going to try to be the person that ends up with the most amount of the electoral votes, and if you're able to get over 270, you're going to become the President of the United States. If not, you're going to be the presidential candidate. The second person who gets the most highest is going to be the Vice Presidential candidate or the Vice President. So anyway, we'll start with the cards here. This has all 50 states, and it also has the amount of electoral votes that are on each state, and they're going to be red and blue, and this just basically signifies the party that is typically the one that wins the votes in these elections. You also have what are called the swing states, and these are yellow, and these cards are going to allow you to steal other states from other players, which I'll talk about here in a little bit. Over here we have these little things that go from state 1 to state 9, and you're going to be doing this game in a number of rounds, and each round you're going to be adding a card. So you'll start with 3 cards, and then you'll go to 4 cards, and then you'll go to 5 cards, etc. And right over here, this is going to be where you're going to be bidding on the states. These are synonymous with what's there. And then you've got little things of money. You're going to be allocating these different amounts to whichever state you want to try to see if you can win. So in the beginning, you'll shuffle the cards, and then what you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and deal out 3 cards for state 1, state 2, and state 3, and this is going to signify round 1. Now, this game does have a timer, so once you start doing this, the timer is going to go, and it's for 15 minutes, and at the end of 15 minutes, the game is going to end. Now, you don't have to do that if you don't want to, but that's there. Okay, let's say I bid $2 million here on number 1, and I put $1 million here on number 3. And let's take a look at, let's just say player 2 decides he's going to do 1 there and 1 there. Now, once everybody is done bidding, everybody's going to go ahead and lift up the walls. And the walls basically will tell you how many electoral votes in all the states that are on here. And you'll lift them, and everybody will go ahead and reveal what they bid. I bid $2 million on state 1, and player 2 bid 1. So I'm going to go ahead and win state 1, and all the money that was bid is going to be left, and then we'll go ahead and take this card. Now, you can place the card underneath the board like so, and there's a little bar here along with a ruler, and this is just help you keep track of your progress throughout the game. So nobody bid on state 2, so state 2 is going to stay there, and state 3, I bid 1, my opponent bid 1, and this is a tie, and in this case nobody's going to win the state, so the state card is going to stay where it is. And then we'll go ahead and go to the next round. So we'll go ahead and put the cards out again, and any cards that are left over are going to stay in here, and you're going to basically be bidding on 2 states in this case. And we'll put one here, and I'll go ahead and grab one of the swing state cards, and I'll put that right over here. And so then bidding will go ahead and commence, and everybody will go ahead and place their walls back over here. And you're going to be getting money in round 4 and in round 7, so you just got to be smart about how you're going to bid. So let's go ahead and say, looking at the states here, let's say I bid 1 there, and let's say I decide I'm going to bid 5 on that. Bidding is done. Blockades will be lifted again, and everyone will reveal what they've got. Player 2 bid on state 1, Montana, so he'll get Montana. State 2 was a tie, so nobody will get that. State 3 was won by player 2. He bid 1 million, so he'll get both of these states. And state 4, I ended up winning for 5 million. Now, this is a swing state. So what's going to happen is I'm going to go ahead and take this state, and this is going to give me the opportunity to steal the last state that was won by any one player. So in this case, since player 2 won Hawaii last, I'll be able to steal Hawaii from him, and then I will go ahead and place it on the board like so. And then we will go ahead and continue on to the next round. And at the end, you're going to go ahead and count up the amount of electoral votes, and whoever has the most is going to either be the presidential candidate or the president if they're able to get over 270, and the second person will be the vice president or the vice presidential candidate. And the winner of the game will be able to win this cool little By the Vote pin. So, guys, that is By the Vote. So my final thoughts on the By the Vote game. Well, we'll start with the components. The components in this game are really, really well made. The boards are thick, the money's thick, nothing flimsy about this game at all. This is a game that you can learn very fast. When it says you can learn this game in under 3 minutes, they're not lying. It's very simple to learn. I like the idea with the swing state cards where you can steal other people's state. It definitely does add an element of strategy. Mainly because, like, if you see a state that's before the swing state card, most likely you're not going to vote on it unless it might be a cheap state or something like that. So you might actually try to get that so you can protect your other states in case somebody gets that card. But where it gets interesting is on the next round, if a swing state shows up as the first card, somebody could go and steal a state again. So there's a lot of back and forth that goes on in this game. I like the pin too. It's a pretty cool little pin. The scoring system, though I have those little bars on the card, I think is a good idea. We typically just stack the cards just because it takes a little bit of time to put the cards underneath the board and try to line them up. So that's the way we do it. But I think this is a good game. It's a really easy game to learn. I think anybody could pick this up, and the components are really nice. I think they did a good job. So guys, that's my review of By the Vote from Coozie Games. We'll see you later. Keep on gaming.